Hello, this is Zule from Pomona, California, Zone 10A. Today is September 27th, 2021, and today I will be planting the Texas early grano onion. I believe that's how you say it. And I will be planting it in this raised bed in this particular area. I'm going to be doing about 3 to 4 rows. Now with my onions, I normally plant them in the Jiffy Pete pellets and then I transplant, but this year I wanted to try something different, so I'm going to start them directly in my raised bed. A lot of pests don't bother the onions, so I'm hoping they will be okay, and if not, I still have time to replant in case something goes wrong. So let me turn you around and show you how I'm going to make the little rows. Like I said, I'm going to be making about 3 to 4 rows with enough spacing so that the onion can grow and have enough room to give me a nice bulb, or not bulb, yeah, bulb, right? Bulb of onion. Let me turn you around. Hold on. Now to do the rows for my onion seeds, I'm going to be using the end of this tool. And I think the recommendation for spacing between rows is about 12 to 15 inches, but I normally do them 9 to 10 inches apart. This time I will be doing them 10 inches apart, and I have the measuring tape here to guide me. All right, let's do our first row. I'm going to do it right here, starting in the beginning of the measuring tape. And I don't do my rows too deep because they are tiny seeds. And then from there, we're going to go 10 inches apart. So let's start a row right here. And we're using the measuring tape as a guide. It's not going to be perfect. All right, we did 10, we did 20. Now we're going to do 30. Okay, here is the 30 mark. And let's start our row here. And again, I'm not doing my row too deep just because the seeds are very, very tiny. I don't want to bury them too deep and then they rot and don't grow for me. All right, let me get the seeds out. Give me 1 second. And in case you haven't grown onions before from seed, this is what the seed looks like. They are very, very tiny. Super, super tiny. So let's get them in the rows. All right, so I'm going to be dropping just a few, not too many, because I don't want to do a lot of thinning out. All right, there's our first row. Let me get the other rows done and I'll bring you right back. Okay, so I have seeds in all my rows. I have a total of 4 rows. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly cover it up. You don't want to bury the seed, so you're going to lightly cover the row up. And then we'll do the same thing with our second row right here. The seeds are very hard to see, but believe me, they're there. I will go ahead and put my plant label here so I know what I planted in this area. I suggest you do the same. Believe me, you think you're gonna remember, but most of the time you don't. And this is what I deal with in my garden, these naughty little pill bugs, but they are beneficial to the garden as well. They're annoying, but they're also beneficial. Anyways, let's add our plant label. And then, like I always say, you have to water whatever you plant or transplant. You need to give a good watering so the soil can settle back. All right, let's give these onion seeds a good watering. I have my holes ready. And when you water anything that is tiny little seeds. You don't want to go too harsh on the pressure of your water, because again, you don't want your seeds to go down too deep and drown for you. So you want to make sure they get a nice watering, but lightly with the pressure. Well, at least that's what I do, and that has worked for me when I have used very high pressure. They do sink to the bottom and then they don't grow for me, and that's very disappointing. You know, when you have planted your seeds, you're waiting for them to come up and then they don't come up for you, and you're wondering why. Well, if they're tiny little seeds like lettuce or onion seeds or carrot seeds, they probably sank to the bottom because the pressure of the water was just too much. So I make sure that I give them enough water, but very light on my pressure. All right, guys, I will bring you back when they start to pop up. Today is October 9th, 2021, and I wanted to show you how our Texas early grano onion is doing. So it is popping out of the ground. Hopefully you can see that. It is coming up. So I am happy to see it popping up. From far you can't see it, but from close they are definitely there. Well, guys, that's it from Little Beans Garden. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, and sharing this video with your friends. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.